Before the engine's first breath, there was a dream of more. We yearned to see what lay beyond the next hill, not in a week, but before sunset. Bound by the slow pace of horses, we looked at the horizon and ached for freedom. It wasn't just about travel, it was about breaking free from the confines of our small worlds. The world was vast but impossibly large, with blank spaces marked, "Here be dragons." The dream was to shrink that map, to conquer distance itself. We wanted a machine that responded to our will, not the whims of an animal. Beneath the quiet streets, a revolution brewed in the minds of inventors. They imagined a carriage that needed no hay, a beast with a heart of fire and veins of oil. This was the silent promise of a future that moved faster, louder, and with purpose. Humanity stood on the edge of a new age, ready to explore a world it had barely touched. The longing for mechanical freedom was a seed waiting to burst forth. The quiet streets were about to be shattered by the sound of the future. The stage was set for the world to change forever. In Germany, Carl Benz gave the dream a chassis and 3 wheels. The Benz patent motor wagon was noisy and temperamental, but it moved under its own power. This was independence from the limits of muscle and bone. But one car wasn't a revolution. It was a curiosity for the wealthy. Enter Henry Ford, who didn't invent the car, but made it for everyone. Ford saw the slow, painstaking process of building cars and smashed it with the assembly line. The Model T was a key that unlocked the nation and the world. It gave ordinary people the power to travel, to connect, to dream bigger. Ford's genius was making the car a tool for a better, more connected life. He wasn't selling a product, he was selling the horizon. Benz and Ford were architects of the modern age, fanning ancient desires into a roaring inferno of progress. They laid the blueprint for a world where distance was no longer a tyrant. They put the world on wheels and changed who we were. The revolution had begun. Suddenly, the world shrank. Our ability to conquer it grew. The car was more than a new way to get around, it was a shift in the human experience. Life was once dictated by geography, but the automobile smashed those boundaries. Now you could live in the countryside and work in the city. The suburb was born from the engine's roar. This was freedom, the power to choose, to escape, to chase the sunset. The car became a vessel for personal discovery, a kingdom on wheels. It was intoxicating, addictive, and rewired society. Getting a driver's license became a rite of passage, a key to adulthood and independence. The car was the backdrop for first dates, road trips, and quiet contemplation. It was a mobile sanctuary, a place of privacy and empowerment. This mobility fueled economic growth, created industries, and connected communities. But the most profound change was personal, the confidence to go anywhere. The world became a continuous, explorable landscape. The car wasn't just a tool for travel, it was a tool for living a bigger, richer life. It was the great unchaining of humanity. We have never looked back. The journey had only just begun. The moment there were 2 cars, there was a race. The urge to be faster, to push limits, is primal. Racing began on dusty roads as daring men and women sought glory. It was a brutal, beautiful dance with danger, a gladiatorial contest of man and machine. Tracks like Brooklyn's and Indianapolis became modern coliseums. The goal: go faster than anyone before. This quest drove furious innovation. More powerful engines, better brakes, new science. Drivers became legends, test pilots for the future. Racing's passion trickled down to the street, making cars better and safer. Technology born on the track became everyday reality. Racing created a global spectacle, a theater of speed. The desire to go fast was about pushing boundaries, a testament to the human spirit. More power, more speed, more life. As cars became common, a new desire emerged: individuality. The age of mass production gave us access, but we craved uniqueness. Garages became workshops of personal expression. Cars became blank canvases, palettes of steel, chrome, and glass. Hot rodders, lowriders, tuners, each created their own subculture. The car became a statement, a reflection of identity. Every choice, wheels, paint, exhaust, was a brushstroke in the owner's portrait. Customization forged a deeper bond between owner and machine. A customized car was something you bled for, not just bought. It held your sweat, frustration, and triumphs. Cars became objects of art and symbols of individuality. The car was now a medium for human creativity. Passion for cars crossed borders and united people. A shared love for engines and design became a universal language. Car clubs, forums, and meets became new town squares. In the car community, you were judged by your build, your knowledge, your passion. It was a meritocracy of enthusiasm. This community offered belonging, help, and celebration. From legendary races to local meetups, the community thrives on shared joy. They understand the obsession, the dedication, the love. This global fellowship is the beating heart of car culture. Cars are more than machines. They are keepers of our memories. Think of the car you learned to drive in or the one that took you on your first date. Each dent, scratch, and stain tells a story. The car becomes an archive of our personal history. Sitting in an old car can transport you back in time, evoking powerful memories. That's why we hold on to them, pass them down, cherish them. The car becomes a member of the family, a character in our story. Selling a beloved car feels like saying goodbye to a friend. These machines absorb our dreams and experiences. They are the backdrop to our coming-of-age stories and family sagas. Cars are the four-wheeled companions on our journey through life. In a world of disposable tech, the car remains different. Why do we still fall in love? Because, somehow, they have a soul. We give them names, talk to them, and project our humanity onto them. Each car develops a character all its own. The magic is in the subtle differences, the unique symphony of sounds. Driving a great car is a conversation, not just operation. We fall in love with the feeling, the power, the precision, the sensation, the smell of leather, the sound of the engine, the sight of the road ahead. Cars connect with our primal need for control and freedom. Ultimately, we love the promise they represent: adventure, escape, a better self. Whether off-roader or supercar, they are vessels for our dreams. In a digital age, the car is gloriously physical and emotional. It has a pulse, a voice, and a soul. That's why after a century, we're still hopelessly in love. From the first chugs to the electric surge, the journey has been extraordinary. Our love affair with the car is a story of dreams, innovation, and freedom. The car is a mirror reflecting our evolution, a symbol of progress, art, and community. It's woven into the tapestry of human experience, a legacy of perpetual motion. Today, the roar of engines gives way to the hum of electric motors, but the spirit endures. The desire to move, explore, and express ourselves through cars is timeless. The next generation of cars will still be canvases for our dreams. The journey continues, the love affair far from over. As long as there's an open road, we'll chase the horizon. The story of us and the car is the greatest story of motion, and it has no end.